Hi there and welcome to this new video. So in this video I want to announce the establishment of the XDump forum. So I was thinking of how to help my students, the students of my courses, and how to help my Patreon supporters, like if you support me on Patreon. And I've come up with this idea. So I've established this forum. You can find it at forum.xdump.sh. This is not open to the public. By the way, you need an invite code. You need to meet certain criteria, which we will discuss in this video. And what I want to showcase in this video is exactly what is the forum, how it looks like, how it's gonna play out, and how you can join if you are interested in supporting my work and in learning about cybersecurity. So what I want my forum to be is a place where you can ask questions, share ideas and knowledge regarding cybersecurity in your learning journey. And I'm gonna use it as an official support place for two kinds of people. Either people who have purchased one of my courses. Right now, they are, I'm using Udemy as a course platform. In the future, I'm going to use other things. But if you purchase my course through Udemy, I want you to be able to use this forum in order to ask questions, get more material, create discussions regarding my explanations. If you have any doubts, like in general, if you want extra support, you can use the forum as a place where to ask questions and learn even more. And the second kind of people that can get access to the forum are people who support me on Patreon. So specifically, the forum will host exclusive content and will be a place where students can interact with each other and develop together, and also with myself. Of course, the focus here, you ask questions to myself and I reply when, I reply with, trying to answer your doubts, basically. And with respect to the Patreon supporters, I've started some exclusive series. Now, currently, there is this CSR series that I'm starting. The first 2 episodes are already out. In the future, I want to make more series that are exclusive to Patreon, and I'm thinking of making one on antivirus evasions, one on malware analysis, and a lot of other topics that interest me, and I want to make them high quality. So instead of making courses, I want to make series, but this series is going to be exclusive to my Patreon supporters as I make them. And of course, if you support me on Patreon, you can interact with me and you can ask me like, look, can you make videos about this? Can you make videos about that? And you can have, sort of like have more control over the flows of videos depending on the topics that could interest you. Like I could adjust myself depending on your interests as well, and we can find a common ground so that we can learn together. So that's the exclusive series. With respect to my courses, right now I have 2 courses, one regarding web security, web application penetration testing, where we analyze the security of a web application and we figure out different security issues and we write them as if we are doing a real WAPT activity, WAPT. And then I have a Linux privilege escalation course where I teach about the different techniques for performing privilege escalation on Linux, and there's also an introduction to the Linux operating system and to the shell within Linux environments. So for these 2 courses, if you have questions, doubts, if you want to learn more about a specific topic, then you can use the forum to ask questions, to get more in-depth answer, more in-depth material, and things of the sort. Now, let's see this forum that I'm talking about. This forum is right here. You can see it here. I'm going to remove my webcam so you can see it better. So this is forum.xdump.sh. Now, if you go here without here, you need to log in, but to log in, you cannot register. To register, you need an invite code. And to get an invite code, there are 2 different ways, which I'm going to discuss at the end of the video. So how does it work? What do we have here? Well, here we have these categories on the right here. We have some categories that are stuff only, like this stuff. This is just internal for management. Then we have news and updates, where I'm going to describe in general what's up with the project, what are the next steps, the next things I'm working on. And then I have a category that is only for Patreon supporters. So for example, in here, we can find, for example, the already existing Secure Code Review series, right? So here we have 2 episodes, the introduction to Secure Code Review and a practical Secure Code Review example in Java Spring. So in this one, we introduce what is a good code review, how to set up the activity, what are sources and sinks, how to perform a taint analysis, and then in the second episode, we start to see a practical example in Java Spring. And in the future, of course, I'm going to bring more example in different languages. I'm going to bring automation, how we can automate finding vulnerabilities and injection points and things of the sort. So this is the first exclusive series. And then for my courses like the WAPT and the Linux Privesk, here basically I have, for every section of the course, there is a topic here, and you can ask questions regarding that section on this specific topic. Then you can create new topics if you want to ask specific questions, like general question. And also here, I sometimes write on myself, like for example, this one was how to track coverage, because one of my students asked me like in-depth, like a more in-depth way to track coverage. So here I was trying to answer that basically. So, and here I mentioned the lecture of the course that I talk about this, and I wanted to expand it a little bit on the matter. So that is basically the idea, and this also is there for Linux Privesk. Here I'm gonna put a discussion on the CTF challenges and their solutions, basically. So yeah, basically I want to use this place as a way for me to support you in your learning journey. Of course, it takes time, and this is why the access to the forum is not open to everyone, but only to people who have supported me and who support me, and I thank you very much for it. I want to create high quality content that can help you learn these kind of things and even more in the future. So the last question to answer is, okay, how do I get into the forum? Now, to get into the forum, there are two different ways. The first one is through Patreon support. If you support me on Patreon, here I'm gonna put my Patreon link. If you support me on Patreon, you get access to new videos as soon as I upload them. You get access to the private forum and to my private Git server that is found at git.extamp.sh. Now within the forum, you will expect to find things about security code review, bug bounty report analysis, malware analysis, in-depth system programming. I really want to make extremely interesting content, and I'm working on it. The security code review is already out, and I'm gonna make more videos in the near future. Within the Git server, instead, you will find my configuration file, code that I write for my own personal learning, and preparation material for OSCP and BSCP certification. Oh, and by the way, I was thinking, and this still has to be completely finalized, so it is still a work in progress, that in the forum, I will have actually preparation material for OSCP and BSCP for the certification that I have taken. And the moment that I want to take a next certification, I'm actually gonna document my learning process, my learning journey within the forum, so that you can help me, so that you can help each others, and so that you can see how I prepare myself for the next certification. Because right now I'm focusing on work, I'm not taking any certification, I'm not preparing for any certification, but in a few months I think I'm gonna start to select what is the next certification I want to take, and I'm gonna prepare for that. So basically the material will be updated as I keep working on new projects, and so these are the perks if you choose to support me. And in the future I'm actually gonna add stuff to this, so like just keep that in mind. I'm gonna make more announcements in the future, but I still have to prepare material. So that is the first way, as I said, through Patreon. If you support me on Patreon, you will find the invite link to access the forum. The next thing, let's say that you bought one of my courses. How do you get within the forum? Now here is gonna be a little scavenger hunt, a little challenge. It's not too hard, I promise, but it's a little challenge. Basically, in the course exercises, I have put somewhere an invite link, and your objective is to find it, obtain it, and get access to the forum. For example, in the WAPT course, it's going to be found in a vulnerable application, Secure Bank, in my version of Secure Bank. In the Linux privilege escalation, it's going to be found in one of the exercises, in one of the laboratories that you can download and create through Docker. So I'm not going to tell you where, you have to figure out on your own. If you have problem, of course, you can write to me and I can help you to figure that out. But in general, I hope it's a little like fun activity. It's not too hard, I promise, so don't worry about that. If you want to get access to the forum, it should be pretty easy to figure out the relative invite links. So basically, this is what I want to say in this video. I hope the forums can be a great place for us to exchange ideas and for you to learn through my content. And if you have any feedback, idea, and things of the sort, feel free to let me know. I will try to, of course, keep the level of respect and quality high within this place, so we can have discussion, we can have heated discussion, but I really want to focus on the learning aspect, to have people who want to learn and to give them exactly what they need in their journeys. So on this side, also let me know if you want more content, if you want specific content, and within the forum we can expand it, we can create stuff related to your needs. So basically, this is it for these announcements. I hope it is interesting. I hope you check out the forum. And thank you for the support. If you choose to either buy one of my courses or the Patreon, if you support me on Patreon, I thank you. I thank you all the support that I get. I really enjoy teaching, and I hope you find value in my teaching. That's what I try to do. I try to create teaching with value, and I hope you see this value. I hope you get this value, and I hope this value will help you in your journey. Thank you very much, and to the next video.